Welcome, sports bettors. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Alex White here with two of my favorite sports betting experts, Micah Roberts and Kenny White for Odds Checker. We're going to run through our Thursday plays. Let's start in the association. Two matchups tonight, all four teams coming off a win. First, we have the Lakers at Philadelphia taking on the 76ers. Lakers get Anthony Davis back and have an impressive win over Brooklyn the other night. But the 76ers, they also had a 10-point win over New Orleans. They are -1.5, and the total on that game is 217. Micah, let's start with you. Do you like anything in this game?
Yeah, I like the Sixers here just because of the uncertainty of the Lakers. I've been watching them play like garbage, pretty much the whole year. Anthony Davis is back, but how much will he be? There's a workload limit on him, I'm sure. So that'll be something to watch for. But Russell Westbrook, I've heard rumors of them trying to trade him for John Wall or some crazy trade. And I think it'd actually be good for the Lakers. Westbrook has just been a horrible fit so far for the Lakers, and that's why they go over. So I like the over in this game. They've gone over 7 of their last 10 games, a lot of it initiated by Westbrook. And LeBron James, I think he's dialed in now. Sometimes he checks out mentally to tell the team, go ahead, you guys learn on your own. You guys take some lumps and figure it out. But I think he's taken on now like the coach player role, and he's leading there. So they'll be competitive tomorrow night. But Joel Embiid has been absolutely unbelievable, 32 points or more his last 6 games. 12 boards or more, 6 of the last 7 games. So those are something you might want to look at. They are just feeding him. He's scoring 50, 40, 42. He's been amazing so far. So I look for that to continue. And it's a short price to lay Sixers at home and over. That's what I got.
I'm going to be against you. I'm taking the Lakers plus the 1.5. Not a lot of points in the game, but I made them the favorite here with Anthony Davis back. And you're right. What's the workload? 25 minutes he played the other night. Maybe he plays that again. 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He did have 4 blocks in that game the other night. So I think you're going to see a little bit more involved Anthony Davis here. And that win was over, basically just James Harden for Brooklyn. But the situation, I'm looking at Philadelphia, and I think the numbers get overinflated because teams start to win. They're 12-3 their last 15 games. But of those 15 games, 12 of them are non-playoff teams. They've been beating up on nobodies this entire run that they're on right now, with Shake Milton out, Seth Curry out, and Danny Green questionable for this game. I feel like their outside shooting is very questionable. They're much weaker without those 3 players in the lineup. I think the Lakers are up for the task in this basketball game, and I think they hang around. You can't really compare stats because the Lakers, they don't have stats because their best player has been out most of the year. So with Davis back in the lineup, I think the Lakers are one of the 5 best teams in the NBA.
I'm not going to pick sides with you two, but I do like the over in that game as well. Let's move to the next matchup. We've got Minnesota at Golden State. Talk about an impressive win. They get Klay Thompson back, and they blew out the Mavericks 130-92 on Tuesday night. For this game, Golden State -5. Total on that game is 228. Kenny, let's start with you. Do you have a play on this game?
Yeah, I thought you were going to be the tiebreaker for that last game, Alex, but you went with the total. I don't blame you, though. I taught you right. I'm going to go with the total in this one. I'm going over 228.5, and it's all about Minnesota. Their offense has been outstanding. Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns, what a duo. These guys can just put up points aplenty. They are 17-7 over. We're on the road. The time they played in Golden State, 123-110. That one came 233. And they are 8-4 over in January. That's the most important thing. 4th fastest pace in the NBA. The Golden State Warriors, plenty of options now. And without Draymond Green in the lineup, that takes away their best defensive guy, best rebounder, I think, on their team. So more scoring options. I love the 4 scorers they put on the floor, and they'll be able to put up points aplenty. So, Mike, I'm going over the total. I don't know what you're on in this one, but I hope you're not on the under.
No, I'm going with the Warriors here. I think they've righted the ship, figured out how to win without Draymond Green because he's so important. He's the point forward. He does everything. He's even a coach on the floor with the younger guys. The guy's really, really good, and I've grown, to like him and admire him as a player for what he's done helping some of these young players be NBA pros. But having said that, the Warriors had lost 6 of their last 9 until this current 3-game winning streak. And Steph Curry said, we'll figure it out. And I believe him. I think they will figure it out. I think they have figured it out. And I think they'll do well here. And the spread is short because Green, I mean, I don't know what you have, Kenny. I mean, the guy's got to be worth more than 5 points to me for what he's done here. So if we're looking with him in the game, maybe you're looking at 9.5. I don't know. But what I love the Timberwolves when they have their 3-headed monster in there with Russell, Towns, and Edwards. 0-4 their last 4 games on one-day rest. I don't know how relevant that is, but it looked good. And they've won 4 of their last 5 games. But I think this is a spot where the Warriors will continue to try to progress without Green and win without Green. And I'll lay the points.
I am looking forward to that one. I've been high on Minnesota all year, and Golden State is looking like the true Warriors team we know. Let's move to college basketball in the Big Ten. Micah, I know you have a play on the Wisconsin-Nebraska game.
Yeah, we're going to go over. This is what I love and that I haven't seen in the NBA a lot this year is streaks. I love to ride streaks. And when you see something happen a couple times in a row, let's make it go 3 times. Let's make it go 4 times. So in the case of Wisconsin, they've gone over their last 8 games. Good. How about Nebraska? How they doing? They've gone over their last 5 games. I've got Wisconsin 3 points higher scoring than they have last year, about the same defense, about the same offense, but they're winning games. They come off a loss. Total's 147. I think this is a good spot. Nebraska at home, 73-79 average overall, not just at home. So, I think it's going to be a very, very fast-paced game. We'll get over the total here. I got another one here for you, Alex. It's Wilmington, another streak going. This is an amazing team that 2 senior guards they have. They lost 3 other players from last year, started out the season slow, trying to figure things out without, new guys that have come into the portal. But 2 senior guards, I always love 2 senior guards because they're smart. They take smart shots. They don't turn the ball over a lot. They know what it takes to win. And they're gelling right now. They have won 9 games in a row. They've covered their last 8. And they just beat Northeastern at Northeastern. The game was, I think I got 2 on that game, 2.5 in that game. And they beat them there. They're going to get them again here. Same shot. So we're looking, what have we done here? Northwestern has lost their last 9. They haven't covered their last 5. So it's just we got streaks going opposite ways. I'm getting on the one that has been cashing the last 8 times they've played. Go Wilmington.
All right, Kenny, what about you? Any plays in college basketball today?
Yeah, it's funny. I'm going to the Colonial Athletic also, Mike, and my team also beat Northwestern the last time out. Hofstra beat Northwestern 72-50. Their defense really stepped up. They've won 3 in a row now. The key to this game, though, is starting point guard Zach Cooks returned last game. I have him worth 4.5 points. So a lot of people don't really realize that in the power ratings that a team can jump that fast with the return of 1 player. Also, 2 first-year head coaches. Speedy Claxton has Hofstra up to the task. They're 7-5 ATS this year in their road games, 7-4 their last 11. And on the other side, Pat Kelsey come in, a guy that was at Winthrop for so many years, has made changes. He's made adjustments in this program. It's going to take him to rebuild 2 or 3 years. His team's 1-5 ATS their last 6, and at home they're 4-6 ATS. I think I got the better team laying 2.5 here with Hofstra and Cooks returning. In the other one, I'm also going Big Ten basketball. Iowa hosts Purdue. Purdue a 2.5-point favorite on the road. Give me the dog. Give me Iowa at home plus the 2.5. It's a really good basketball team. Keegan Murray, their small forward / power forward, is one of the best players in college basketball. Iowa is a well-rounded team. I've got them ranked 20th in college. They're 11-1 straight up at home, 8-4 ATS. Purdue is great. I love them. They're one of my top 10 teams, but they're playing without Jaden Ivey, their best player. This guy is Michael Jordan 2.0. Yeah, I said it. He's 6'4", though. Not as big as Michael, but, man, he can shoot. He can leap. He reminds me a lot of Michael Jordan. I wish he was 6'6", because other people would make that comparison. But without him in the lineup, it's a 5-point drop-off. Purdue 2-2 straight up on the road in true road games and 1-3 ATS. Grab the Hawkeyes plus the 2.5 tomorrow, Alex.
All right, and then I've got 3 plays in hockey. They are all on the totals. The first one is very important that you shop around. It is under 5.5 with the LA Kings and New York Islanders. I've already seen 5 in some places. Go to Odds Checker, check the sports book. Make sure you get that 5.5 and go under that. The Kings are 27-15 to the under this season. 13-4 to the under on the road, and the Islanders are 22-13 to the under and 13-5 to the under at home. Now there's 4 games that are already at 6.5 totals, and I like 2 of those going over. I like New Jersey Devils and Tampa Bay Lightning going over 6.5. This is the second matchup for these two. The first one, New Jersey won 5-3, so we know Tampa Bay has revenge there. They're going to be playing hard. They're averaging 3.5 goals a game, and in the last 10, averaging 4. Then we have Mackenzie Blackwood. He's playing goalie for New Jersey, and he is 8-2 to the over on the road. Last but not least, Vegas Golden Knights and Florida over 6.5. It's the first time these two are seeing each other this year. And Leonard, he is 19-9 to the over. 4 in Vegas Golden Knights, 4-1 to the over in their last 5. And in the last 10 games, Florida is averaging 4.6 goals per game. Those are my plays tonight. We've got Micah and Kenny's plays tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. Best of luck, everybody, tonight on your Thursday games.